Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome back guys to another video. And yes, it's the London Gamer Market again, and what a day. Can't wait to share it all with you guys. It was a really packed, busy day. The footage I'm now about to show was done later in the day when you could actually move. It was Sardine Kingdom in London this weekend. But here we go, let's roll some video footage, show you what the day was all about, and then we're going to come back here to the chair, the Sega wall, and we're going to go through what I picked up and the people I met throughout the day. Yo, 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 Martin. What you got to say?
I'm going up street.
I've got to get them back. Get off those Mark 3 to help themselves.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Bargain.
I said that to him. Is that way too low?
Yeah.
30 quid.
That is.
Oh, that one's 30 quid, that's 40.
Oh, you might changed it now. Oh, he has changed it.
Yeah.
That's still a bargain at 40.
How much is on the old Saturn stick?
Oh, 375.
375.
Feel free to make an offer.
£3.75, that's a bargain.
Flying Squadron.
Oh my god.
The cardboard is not great, but the inner case is sealed. Hey.
Oh my god.
Another rare Mega
That
CD
is
game.
Oh my god. No way.
got Sega Zombie, yeah, big up.
Yay! I was drawn to the He-Man. That's what it was. The Masters of the Universe.
yeah.
That is just like my childhood.
So they're from the Origins lines, so
Yeah.
articulated. But these ones are the Mattel Creations ones.
Right.
Where you could only get those through Mattel
If you
and for a limited time.
yeah.
For that one, sold out in 15 minutes, and that's it. You've never got. Never
Wow.
been
So
selling
what's
it.
the value of something
So
like
he's
that?
£120. So yeah,
I like the Atari as well.
350 quid. But
Yeah,
it's
I
one
know
of
they're
the rare
quite
machines.
pricey, but it is a rare one.
Hello, you
I
right?
was waiting for it. I thought I was just going to put the camera on.
It's Cruise, we're chatting business.
Go on.
Greetings, YouTube.
Hey, there you go.
And the Japanese version as well. Yes.
Do you mind? Get out my fucking way.
If you open it, it's got all the stamps of commemorating the Sega dynasty of the SG-1000 and everything. But it's all. I've never opened it like that.
So there we go, guys. There was a look at the London Gamer Market, and not only was it ram-packed full of people, it was ram-packed full of some awesome retro games. That it really was. This one was exceptional. So much Sega and really obscure Sega items. Didn't disappoint at all. You'll see in the footage there that I showed a guy showing a really rare Sega stamp set and print set from Japan. I'd never seen that before. Some fantastic items. I spent a long time on a stall, which I've got lots of footage of that, showing all of those awesome Sega Mark III games, all box complete. There was Japanese Mega CD games. There was some stellar Mega CD games, pal, which I needed for the collection. And if it wasn't just before Christmas, I would have probably made a purchase on those. I was so tempted, guys, but I'm sure I can strike a deal with the guy with swap numbers. I'm going to definitely see what I can do to get those off him. But yeah, what a fantastic day. Just sharing a day with like-minded people that are passionate about the hobby, about retro gaming, about retro game collecting. It's just fantastic, and it's an awesome opportunity to meet loads of other YouTubers, and there was plenty of those there. I'm sure there was loads there that I didn't get to see because it was busy, guys. It was a busy day. I think this is the first London gaming market since COVID that has attracted that many people. Me and Alex, we set off at 9:30 in the morning. He travelled down from Cromer to meet me in sunny Suffolk. Then we drove down the awful A12, which has had so many roadworks at the minute, it's ridiculous. And we finally got to Russell Square just bang on midday, I'd say, when they opened the doors. And usually the queue is in the courtyard. There's like a bar area that leads to the entrance for the main function room for the London Gaming Market. And usually that area is full of people, but we had to queue around the block. We had to go all the way around the hotel. And I thought, wow, we're going to be queuing a while. But give it to the organisers and the people all involved with the London Gaming Market. They got the queue moving really quickly. Didn't take long for us to get in there. What was mad was just the sheer volume of people in there. When you walked into the main room, you really couldn't move. And I'll put a couple of pictures up now, guys, so you can just see that. Obviously, I filmed the footage well into the market. It was sort of like the last hour or two of the event, and it cleared out a lot, so I was able to roam around, look at all the stalls, talk to loads of people. So many great tubers turned out again. There was Champion 2D Rob, Dahl, the Retro Godfather, who was stalling out. Ed Hunts. Ed Hunts was there stalling out, doing his mystery bags, and he gave me a shout out. Thank you, Ed. I also got to meet 16 Bits and Bobs, Ali again, and his cousin, the Rampage Tolk. Got to meet him for the very first time, and we had a right laugh. What great guys, what great guys. Also got to meet Sega Saturn lad and Max, his son. There was Martin, the Hobby Lodge. He was there with his son also. Who else was there? Beeps, Brian and his two sons. It was good to see Brian again. Always see Brian at the London Gamer Markets. And also there was Tootie UK and his mate Daz. They had travelled all the way down south to the London Gamer Market again. They're becoming regulars at the London Gamer Market. Bought loads off those two. Who else was there? I know I'm going to miss people. There was a few local sort of resellers as well from my area. I got to chat with those, which was really good. I'm just trying to think. I know I'm going to forget people. I know I am. Because I do it every time. But yeah, I think that's the main people I spoke to throughout the day. What a day. What a day. It was a long day, but a great day. And there was so much talking, so much chatting, so much banter. It was brilliant. And not only that, like I said, we got to see some awesome retro items. And I've picked up loads, guys. And I'm not going to apologise. There's a lot of Atari here. And that will be inspired off my last video and my last purchase, which was the Atari 2600 Plus. You know, it has some flaws, but it's wow, has that got me back into Atari. You know, I had a pretty big, substantial Atari collection 10 years or so back. But I sold that to refocus and concentrate on the Sega wall. And I'm now, as some of us collectors often do, you know, we'll move things on over the years and then we'll get back into them. And, you know, I cycle through things every now and again. And maybe I'm trapped in the whirlwind of what is Atari interest at the moment because of the Plus console released by Atari. You know, there's a lot of hype. There was a lot of people buying Atari stuff. There was plenty of Atari games on offer, which is unusual. Usually at the gaming markets, you often see the odd few, but there was a lot more there this time round. So I've picked up loads of Atari. But this wouldn't be a Sega Zombie video without there being some Sega. I always have to pick some Sega up from a London gaming market. But what a day. What an absolute day it was. Oh, just what the doctor ordered. It really was. You know, I've been flat out at the Retro Realm since opening the new shop. I've not had a day's break, and it was just nice to let my hair down and just have some fun and socialise. It was much needed, guys. It was a brilliant day. A massive thank you to Ustar, Alex, for picking me up and taking me to the event, mate. Chuffed. And thanks so much. It was much needed. But let's get on with some of these pickups, shall we? Where do I begin? I'll try and do it in order if I can. The first purchase of the day was off a collector. It's someone that's selling his collection. He was a smaller sort of stall there. I'm sure he was at the last London gaming market as well. And his prices were reasonable. And he had a couple of 7800 carts. He seemed pretty keen for them to go because he clocked that I looked at them. And he said, if you do want them, then, you know, we'll do a deal. And so first up, I got Matt Mania. These are all in pretty good condition. They're complete. So there's the cartridge. And the manual's in there. So yeah. In pretty good condition. You know, some of this Atari stuff can be pretty worn, well loved. But this is nice. So Matt Mania Challenge. What I'll do is I'll put those ones down now, I think. And then we got Crossbow. This is one I had when I had my collection of 7800 a few years back. It's an okay game. Let me know in comments, guys. What's your favourite Atari 7800 games? I'd love to know. Because the library's quite small on the Atari 7800. But yeah, Crossbow, again, that's all complete. And he done me a fantastic deal on those. I got both of those for 20 quid. I think originally he had 15 on Matt Mania Challenge. So he knocked me a fiver off, basically. So it was a tenner each on those. More than happy with that. More games to test on the Atari 2600 Plus. Are they going to work? And then as we walked along, me and Alex, right, whenever we take a journey up to the London Gamer Market, we always talk about what we're looking out for, what we're going to pick up. And we always chuckle because what we set out to go and get or look for quite often doesn't happen. That's not what we pick up. And I said to him that I was after some nostalgic NES, because that's usually when I pick those up, the nostalgic NES games. Unfortunately, there was a couple there that I needed, but they were either too highly priced or in poor condition. That's the one thing I will say about a lot of the sort of Super Nintendo and NES is the condition on the majority of it was sort of average to below average. And if there was anything exceptional condition, it was really highly priced. But I did manage to pick up one Nintendo game, and one thing I set out to do was to pick up some Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. And I picked this one up off Kwang's stall, and that is International Karate Advanced. Now, I own the Game Boy Color version of this game. I'm not sure what the differences are between this and the Game Boy Advance version, but I got talking to Kwang, and he said to me that he did have IK Plus, where it's just the black cover and the symbol, but unfortunately I just missed out on that. He'd just sold it before I got there, and he says that's the one to get, so I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for that. It'll be interesting to see what this version of IK Plus plays like. I think it plays very differently to the classic that we remember on the on the Amiga and the 8-bits back in the day. I then picked up a few bits off Console Passion. I got speaking to Roger Cantor. He helps out Console Passion at most of the London gamer markets. Top man is Roger. Really is a nice guy. He's been down and visited me at the Retro Realm before. And yeah, you know, always have a good nat with Roger whenever I go to the London gamer market. And he was there helping on the stall. And I asked them if they had any Atari games, because they usually do have plenty of the old stuff. And he said, yes, we do. It's underneath the tables. It weren't out on show. And I got to pick these 3 games. So we've got Hat Trick. Again, these are all complete, guys, in pretty good condition. We've got Jinx, which is a puzzler game. I'm sure I had this game before. It's quite a unique game, and I think I'm sure I quite enjoyed this game. So I'm looking forward to playing that again. And then finally we got Meltdown, which again, it looks like a puzzler. I don't think I've played this one before, guys. Let me know in comments, is this one any good? But look at that box art. That's what's drawing me in and sucking me in to this rabbit hole. And the whole Atari bag again is because of the box art. You know, that is awesome. I love that. I got those 3 off Console Passion for £20, which I thought was an absolute brilliant price on those. 5 more 7800 games to try on the Atari 2600 Plus. There will be a follow-up video to that, guys, because I'm really intrigued in what's going on with this. Lots of people reached out on that video and left interacted and left comments. Apparently, if we follow the Atari Age forum, there will be an update, and so they're saying, I don't know, people are saying that it's a PAL issue with the 7800 carts not working, but I know 2E has tried some NTSC carts on his and they don't work. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out, and I definitely want to do some follow-up videos because, like I said, I've got so much Atari, guys. It's crazy. But next, though, we're going to move on to modern retro, and Wave Studios were there again with the guys that do the Debug magazine. And I often buy a Wave game when I'm at the London Gamer Market. Last time it was Shadow Gangs. And this time I picked up Yeah Yeah Be Biz. Now, Alex Ustar Gamer said he has already got this. And he said it's pretty good. It's like an 8-bit style game. It kind of looks like a puzzle platformer in the vein of maybe Bubble Bobble, that sort of thing. It looks good. It was only £10, so I grabbed it. A Dreamcast game, brand new Dreamcast game for £10. I think I'm going to do some videos on these, guys. I'll unwrap them and give my first impressions of these. So first up, it's Yeah Yeah Be Biz. I think that might be 2. I don't know. And then we got Driving Strikers, which is one of their newer games. What attracted me to this was the Sega Rally iconic cars on the front cover, and this I think plays like Rocket League. It's, you know, cars playing football. Sounds an interesting idea. Again, I probably will do a video on this just to give my first impressions in how this game plays. But looking forward to having some new Dreamcast games to play, because loving the Dreamcast since I've got the modified one and got that HDMI set up on my big TV in the lounge. Makes me play an awful lot more Dreamcast, which I'm loving. And yeah, it'd be good to give Driving Strikers a playthrough. Unfortunately, I did film a lot of footage at the Wave Studios stall, but unfortunately a lot of that footage, it's just gone wrong. I think it was because it was towards the end of the day. I'd used a lot of the space on my phone, and for whatever reason, a lot of that footage I couldn't use for the B-roll earlier. There is a little bit of footage there, but I chatted to the guys loads, and we was talking about the Debug magazine, and I'm hoping that the Retro Realm can start stocking some of these Wave games. And also, I'm interested in the Debug magazine. Now, I sell a lot of retro mags, in the retro realm, and I think it'll be interesting to see how well Debug does. I mentioned this to the guys, so they gave me this copy to put on the counter of the store and just see if it gets any interest, because they're very intrigued as well in how this would retail from a shop. So we'll see how that goes. So that will be available for people to read on the counter in the Retro Realm shop, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, see what interests it gets, and to whether I can start stocking this in store. But we're back onto Atari, and there's no apologise from me, because I am hook, line and sinker into this whole Atari movement at the moment. I really am. And first up, I think I'm going to go with what I got off Daz, Tootie's mate, who is stalling out with. And I done the bad thing, guys. See, I had in my mind that I wanted to get some of the Parker Brothers Atari 2600 games, box complete, lovely condition. Because again, you know, I'm thinking, shall I go for the full set of those? And there was some games there that I really wanted, and we went there sort of kind of as we first got in the doors, because it was so busy in the main room. We kind of squeezed our way through the people to get into the back room of the London Gamer Market, and we talked to Tootie and Daz early on, and I see all these Parker Brother games that he had behind his stall, and I was looking at them and I said, look, we've only just got here, I'll be back later, because I didn't think they were going to go that quickly. And lo and behold, when I went back later, a lot of the Parker Brothers games that I wanted were gone. So, you know, I should have snapped them up at the time. But I did manage to grab one of them, and that is Tutankhamun, or Tutankhamun. This was recommended to me by Cy, Ginger Hippie Gaming. After my video, he said, Scott, you've got to give this game a go. He said it plays very similar to Hero, and it's a really cool game. So thank you, Cy. I'll be giving this a try. This is in fantastic condition. Look at that, guys. In really good condition. Because often these cardboard inserts can be torn and pressed in and lost shape. But this has got the original registration card there. It's also got a separate important note in there, and the manual, which looks fantastic condition. So really pleased with that. And Daz, on this bundle, he done me a tremendous price. He really did. He looked after me. Thank you so much, Daz. I really appreciate it, mate. We talked a lot, me and Daz, about the Atari, and he's recommended a couple of games to me as well. But yeah, really looking forward to playing that one. And a game that Daz did recommend me was this one, and that's Spider Fighter. Now, he said to I said to Daz, what's a really good shooter that I've not played before? And he pulled out a couple, but this one intrigued me. Look at that box art, guys. You just wouldn't ever get that again, would you? The colours, it's just amazing. But Spider Fighter. Let me know in comments, guys, is this a good game, or is Daz a very good salesman? I promised Daz I'd do a video on this. I will do this on my next follow-up Atari video. I will showcase some Spider Fighter, and I'll give my honest opinion, because he said I want your honest opinion, and I always do. I will tell you, mate, if you had me. Or if it's very good. I'm looking forward to it, mate. I'm looking forward to that one. And then a game that you guys recommended to me. Out of all the games that everyone was recommended on the comments of my last video, and that was this game, Kaboom. Apparently the best paddle stick game on the Atari. I don't remember this one, guys, from back in the day. I don't. Maybe when I boot it up, I might. But yeah, apparently this is, well, some people was going too far to say this is the best Atari 2600 game. But definitely up there is one of the best paddle games. So, yeah, I'm chuffed to get that and give this a blast. I really can't wait. Again, fantastic box art. And then another game that I kind of forgot about, until me and Daz was talking about it. And again, it's the box art that just drew me in, and that is Kung Fu Master. Absolutely love this game on the arcade. I love the NES port, and it took me back because I often mention my mate Gary that I had when I was a kid, because he had an Atari 2600 as we were growing up, and I had the ZX Spectrum, and I think the influence of him having the Atari was he had a lot of relatives that lived in America, in the States, and Atari was big in their household. And Kung Fu Master was a game that Gary played a lot and he owned, and I can remember being so disappointed when I got the Spectrum version in how pants it was. You know, this plays better than the Specky game. I'm looking forward to playing this game again. I've not played this since I was probably about 10. You know, it's been 30 plus years since I've played Kung Fu Master on the Atari 2600. And whoa! Oh, that box art. That's box porn, that. Oh, it's amazing. I also got some modern Atari off Daz as well. And I'd much rather give him the money than Amazon. And he had these at the same price as Amazon. They're new sealed. And it's the new Atari games that I actually didn't pick up. I did say in my last video I was going to pick this game up. And that is Mr. Run and Jump. Now, Tootie UK showcased a bit of this game in one of his latest videos. And it did look really good. So I got Mr. Run and Jump. Sealed. Brand new, obviously. Looking forward to giving this one a play, because like I said, Tootie said this was actually a really fun game to play, so looking forward to giving that one a playthrough on the next video, and I'll give my first impressions of that. I do believe this has been released on modern consoles, obviously with more up-to-date graphics and gameplay, but it'll be interesting to see what this game plays like. And then because I got Kaboom paddles, now Tootie and Daz stepped him on this one, and I was like, I've already got paddles probably in the shop, and they were like, yeah, but they'll be old, they probably won't be as responsive or work as well as the new ones. And I fell for it. They sold it to me, and I ended up buying the 4 games in 1 cartridge paddle bundle, paddle controllers bundle, which I wasn't going to buy this until them two convinced me to. But now I've got Kaboom, there's no excuses. I've got brand new paddles. It should work, an absolute treat. So I will go more in depth on these in my next Atari video, guys, definitely. But yeah, looking forward to really getting into some Atari. I really am. Before we move on to what I got off Tootie, again, going back to the stall where that had all that beautiful Sega stuff, the Japanese Mega CD, the PAL Mega CD, all of that awesome stuff. There was also some really cool Japanese Game Boy Advance games, and I chatted to the guy for ages. You know, I really did. A lovely guy, and he had a real passion for anything Sega. And we got chatting about this game, and that is the Super Shinobi. Now, this is known in PAL territories and in North America as the Revenger Shinobi. And you're probably saying, Scott, why are you getting that? You know, you already own the PAL copy. One, I love the Japanese box art, and this is awesome. And it's all complete in really good condition, actually. Oh my goodness, and I've just noticed it's got the original Revenger Shinobi instruction manual in there, as well as the Japanese one. That's a nice touch. I didn't notice that. But what I'm hoping, guys, but I do believe there's a few versions of this in Japan, but I'm hoping this might be the version that didn't have all the pop culture characters cut out. You know, I know it's famously remembered for having Spider-Man and quite a few other characters from other IPs appear in Super Shinobi, and I'm hoping this is the one. Let me know in comments, guys. Is there a way to tell which version is which? Obviously, I'm going to boot this game up probably after this video and give it a play, because it's been a while. It's a perfect excuse to get into some Shinobi, and I'm going to be playing this game and interested to see if it's got all the original content still in it. But it's one I'm proud to put in the collection Either way, you know, and I've got to get some Mega Drive. It's got to be done, guys. And then it moves on to the final pickup of the day, and this was off Tootie UK. And Stu, me and him had a chat about lots of different things. And, you know, he was on form, he was on song yesterday. And he done me a stellar deal on these. I didn't think I was going to buy this type of game, to be quite honest. But before we go into that, the last game, a couple of Atari carts. Now, as I was saying earlier, Daz had some Parker Brother games that I really wanted, and one of those was Spider-Man. Now, I've probably played Spider-Man on the Atari 2600 more than any other Spider-Man game. Me and my mate Gary, again, we absolutely loved that game. And I was gutted because Daz had it and it went. I missed out on it. But Tootie come to the rescue and he had the cart only. I had to get it. And the deal that Tootie's done me on this little bundle, you know, he's pretty much chucked these in for free for me. So really looking forward to playing Spider-Man again. Is this game as good as my nostalgia remembers it 30 plus years ago? Probably not, but it's got to be added. It's got to be in my collection. So we'll put that up there. And then finally, I mentioned in that Atari video a cowboy game where you're two cowboys quick drawing and shooting each other, and that was Outlaw. So when I see that in there, and the artwork to that cartridge brings back so many memories. Again, me and my mate Gary, we used to have punch-ups over this game. We used to fall out and fight each other because we used to wind each other up who was the best at this game. I really remember it. You know, we would argue over this game, and yeah, Outlaw. Really chuffed to add that to the collection and can't wait to play it again. That leads us on to the final pickup of the day, and what a day, guys. What a day. A tremendous day. I still feel a bit tired now because I did not stop talking. I did not stop all day. It was great just to get out and have some fun, guys. It really was. And the final game, I really didn't think I'd be purchasing this game, and that is Pierre Solar. Or Pierre Solar. I cannot pronounce this game, guys. You know what I'm like. I'm terrible. I butcher them. But yeah, this game. And it's an RPG. And you're all saying, Scott, an RPG? You don't like RPGs. Or you don't play RPGs. That's the better term of it. It's not that I don't like them. It's just having the time. And I thought, do you know what? I missed this game when it got its Mega Drive release a few years back. And when Tootie had it, I see the big price he had on it, I was like, but he done me a fantastic deal on it, and I couldn't say no because I'm a sucker for these indie new releases on the Mega Drive. I just wish I could own them all, but that would, one, be pricey, and two, you know, you just can't back everything, unfortunately, because you know, we all have our budgets. And I'm glad to add this one to my collection. Now, I have made a blunder in the fact that I own the Dreamcast version of this. But should I give Pierre Solar an actual try, guys? Should I play this game? Shall I set a mission to play an RPG? Watermelon is proud to present in this special reprint edition its instant classic RPG, now available for any 16-bit player that missed it. So I don't know when this one was reissued, but the original design was done in 2010, the cover. But yeah, I'm not sure when this was. It probably was around that time, actually. Crikey's, was it over 10 years ago? But it's all complete with the stickers, poster, and the manual in there. One thing I did notice when I got it out of the crinkly bag is it has got some damage. The plastic has shattered on the back there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but that don't matter. I can get a box replacement for that. And like I said, Tootie done me an amazing deal. I'm not going to share with you guys the prices I paid to Daz and Tootie, because that's not fair. You know, it was mates rates, and yeah, I'm really pleased with these. What a game! Another indie game added to the Mega Drive set, and I can't help it. If it's a game I don't own on the Mega Drive, and it's there, I just can't help myself. I just have to buy it and add it to the Sega wall. But there we go, guys. They're my pickups. Let me know in comments down below. Did you attend the London Gamer Market? I would love to know what you picked up and the people you talked to. But what a day. What a fantastic day. Really well organised as well, I have to say. For the sheer amount of people there, they handled it really well. It's a great place to socialise. It's a great place to haggle a bargain if you can. And yeah, what a day. If you're into retro video game playing, collecting, or just want the passion and the nostalgia of the hobby, and get yourself down to the London Gamer Market, guys, at Russell Square. A cracking day out. I had loads of fun. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. There'll be another video real soon. Until then, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.
Sega Zombie. Sega Zombie. Sega Zombie.